Yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually really cool. It's a team-based tournament that breaks out into single play, and they have like a series of tournaments where they just play longer sets, and it goes on for weeks and weeks till they find out who the overall champion is. Kind of like a league kind of play. And AK ended up winning again. It was the second time he won that league, and
kind of beating the mentor, right? I hear like Dojin's like his mentor almost. He's teaching him all the strategies, right?
Well, yeah, him and Dojin were actually teammates for that, and Dojin ended up getting second place. But I mean, there's so many good and talented players. Some of them that are here. We have Hapon from the Philippines who actually ended up going heads up against Junding at Rev Major. But a lot of them are out here, and the Philippine players. It's just a treat to see more places in Asia really come out and represent for the game. Jimmy J. Tran is out of the tournament already.
Like, for good?
Yes, we didn't even get to see him on stream. That's insane. That's how stacked this tournament is.
He's not really here. I don't believe you. I didn't see him.
I saw him on stream the other day. Oh my God, that's crazy. So Jimmy J. Tran out in losers bracket, lost to Jotaro in that same pool. Yeah, that's tough because he's also trying to get those points for the finals.
Having a hard time with Noctis, I suppose, huh?
I think a lot of people would. If you're not used to Noctis, and there's not many Noctis players out there, it might be tough.
Not playing enough online, right?
Well, yeah, Jimmy doesn't play online. It's a different game. I mean, I'm going to be very open and say it. Playing online is good. It can satisfy certain things about the gameplay, but it's obviously different from playing in the tournament setting.
I was talking about that on stream a bit earlier. There's no way the game is going to be the same offline and online unless we put in a lot of buffer frames offline to make the game.
And that's a big topic within the FGC now is
the rollback?
Netcode, yeah. Netcode in general.
But it's like, shut up if you don't know what you're talking about. Because people say netcode like it's a car part and you just
Just install it.
Okay,
press the button.
Right? It's like you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, you also got to consider like certain netcode or certain features of netcode can work in one area with a certain infrastructure, but it might not work well in another area with another infrastructure.
Exactly.
And I think it might be tough. I mean, like you guys have obviously tested in a lot of different stress situations, but obviously at the end of the day, you guys are going to pick what you guys feel is best for your game. And it's not like one of those things where you can interchange them either.
Exactly. You got to build it from the ground up. I mean, a lot of people just say, oh, rollback is king and all that, but they didn't bother to see that talk that Tony Cannon did where he talks about all the stuff you have to actually design your game around it, right?
Yeah, and that has to start from the ground up. So it's not like, let's say, like a lot of people are like, hey, why don't you just put GGPO in Tekken? It's not that easy. It's actually impossible at this point, right?
That said, it's not just shut up. I'm always looking at people's matches.
Yeah,
all
people are
their
gonna give you
feedback.
shit for saying that.
No, I mean, and I'm always truly looking for how people are experiencing the game and to see if there's any way to make it better for them. But I just ask that you be a little bit more, what do you call it?
Understanding?
Or just, have a cool head and at least do some studying before you make some half-assed claims about stuff. I mean, obviously, I want to let you guys have like the best experience possible. So we will tweak it as much as we can.
Well,
but just don't take the flavor of the month and be like, oh, let's do this because that's a good idea, without thinking about all the ramifications,
Well, that's the thing too. It's hard to balance it because a lot of people will just say what they want. They don't think about that kind of stuff. So it's hard to expect them to because, like, I mean, if they did understand it, the world would be a better place, right?
They get to. I mean, it's like the guys who watch the UFC and be like, oh my God, McGregor, what the hell are you doing? You should have done like a left uppercut. It's like you would step in the ring and do any better, right?
That's true.
But, that's just how people are. All right,
well, the one thing is at least people are passionate enough to talk about the game in that way, right?
Yeah.
Because they obviously care about the game, which is, I think, is great. This is the best time it's ever been to be a Tekken fan, right? The game has never been as watched or as played as it is this year. So I'm hoping that it just continues to grow. Oh my God, speaking of grow, AK is growing that lead right now, and he is really putting the hurt on Singh. Oh my God, did you see that extension?
Good punish.
He's in his head. Oh God, and the down forward two. He's been landing the down forward two as a counter hit so many times in the set so far. I was counting him in the background. He landed it quite a few times already. Oh shit, there are some crazy matches coming up.
Kujishi.
And unfortunately, guys, with 270 players here, we have so many stations. and so much to get through over the next 2 days. We're not able to stream every single match. It's just the reality of any major Tekken tournament that we go into. So we'll try to get as many of the good matches as we can. Unfortunately, Jimmy J Tran is already out of the tournament, so we're not going to see any of his matches. But we urge you guys to keep watching. AK, that was clean, dude. That was very one-sided. Tough for Saint. Saint now into the loser bracket. He's going to have to win another match to get into top 32. But AK securing himself a winner side spot. These guys, no stranger to each other. They played each other many of times in the past few months.